I've worked here since 1995. I'm the manager of the centre. I basically deal with all of the organisation, all the fundraising, all the media, and also manage the both the prison project and all of the employment law issues. The history of the centre goes back to 1980. It was established by a group of people who were losing their jobs. Salford was once the manufacturing centre of Britain, had some of the biggest engineering factories in the whole of Britain. They decided that what they needed to do was to have a centre that would look after people who were unemployed, bring the community together to ensure that people could stay together, but they also get the welfare benefits they were entitled to, and defend people when they were unfairly dismissed. We've just reached agreement in this year with the big lottery. They've agreed to give us £800,000 over the next 4 years, and then with matching funding I brought in, we've now got a guaranteed £1 million. The problem of unemployment recently has been caused by the failure of capitalism in the banks, etc., and the fact that this government went for an austerity programme which took money out of the economy and cut things, so that makes things worse. Since the 80s, there's been no large employer in Salford. You had factories here of over 3,000 people. We've got fuel poverty in over 20,000 homes in Salford. We've got unemployment over 10,000. It's a disgrace. If nothing comes in an organised way, what you become is a branch economy. So you'll have companies that have got their head office in Birmingham, London, Derby, wherever. They'll have a branch here. But when a recession comes, it's a little bit when winter comes. What happens is the roots stay there and the tree stays there, but the branches drop off. That's what happens. We see the same people coming all the time. So they'll get a job, and then the branch of that factory or workplace or service industry will close, and they'll be unemployed for a couple of years, etc. I think the people of Salford welcome the fact that the BBC have come up. And there's obviously a lot of small companies setting up around the BBC. I do quite a lot of work down there from time to time, and you notice it's a continuing expansion. Obviously, from my point of view, I would like to see more local people get jobs there. What also I'd like to see the government doing is to invest heavily in Salford, and the logical thing would be in the media. I mean, we don't need to invest in football because we've got a good football team. Some people would say there's 2 good football teams, but we tend to stick to one, it's Manchester United. So we don't need investment in that. But what would be really useful if they put some real investment into Media City from the government and got us apprentices, so that the people leaving school at 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 or university from Salford got jobs in that industry. I would like to see them seriously expand the metro. I mean, the metro is a brilliant system, but it ends at Eccles. Salford goes another 6 miles, west, north, south. I mean, I just think that it's vital that the metro system is improved. I've never seen a worse communication system anywhere. I've lived in Stuttgart, Frankfurt, Milan, Turin, Madrid, Newcastle, Sunderland. By far, Salford is the worst. It's virtually impossible if you don't have a car, and this is a poverty-stricken city, to get from one side to the other without at least 2 bus changes. I do think people need to stand up and demand more. It is crazy when you think that the top 1,000 people made over £400 billion last year. It's an absolute disgrace. Salford will be a prosperous city in the next decade, but I do think it'll take quite a while because we're starting from a long way back.